Hello and welcome to McAndrew Rants. TYT finally decided to cover the Chicago torture kidnapping of a white and mentally disabled man. Now, you don't think they would abuse this opportunity to criticise people they disagree with ideologically, do you? Well, of course they did. This is TYT, the gutter stench of the internet.
Chicago police have filed or charged 4 black individuals with a hate crime after a Facebook Live video showed evidence of these people torturing a mentally disabled man as he was bound. Now, the 4 people shown in a Facebook video attacking a mentally disabled man were cutting his scalp with a knife and punching him while yelling obscenities about Donald Trump and white people.
Okay, I mean, that's fair enough so far. Yelling obscenities about Donald Trump, political, and white people about race.
Now, we have the video, or at least a snippet of, it was a 30-minute long video showing what occurred. It's very graphic, but I think it's important for everyone to see it, to understand the severity of this situation. And then I'll give you more details about who the perpetrators were and what type of punishment they face. Take a look.
Shit, boy. Damn, you cut his
scalped,
with a whole patch out of boy.
bound, and beaten.
Look at him. Tied up.
Police say this 18-year-old white man with special needs was tortured live on Facebook for a full 30 minutes. Police tell CNN they are aware of more videos allegedly showing the man forced to drink from a toilet.
Okay, so you've chosen the CNN clip. Okay, fair enough. Through sheer coincidence, that misses out the fuck Donald Trump, fuck white people part. Like the most important part that proves it's a racial and political hate crime. I mean, the most important clip of the whole thing. Great job.
Well, based on the quotes, it seems like it did.
Yeah.
I mean, there's specific references to race there. These are the sorts of things that hate crime laws are supposed to create bigger penalties for.
Just check out Anna's feminist lizard pea brain trying to work out what's going on. Cannot compute. Black people cannot be racist to white people. How to respond. How to respond. I mean, I'll be fair though. I mean, at least they're not denying it's a hate crime.
What is wrong? What is wrong with people?
Sick criminals.
It's incredibly, incredibly discouraging to know this kind of cruelty exists out there, especially when it comes to someone who's disabled, someone who can't defend himself, someone who is powerless. The Cook County State's Attorney's Office said it had filed felony criminal charges against 3 18-year-olds. So there they are. The names are Jordan Hill, Tesfaye Cooper, and Brittany Covington, as well as Tanisha Covington, 24. In addition to the hate crime charges, some of them also face additional counts of aggravated kidnapping, aggravated battery, and aggravated unlawful restraint. Police said they had found nothing tying the kidnapping to Black Lives Matter or any other group. I wanted to quickly mention that, okay, because there are certain pundits that are booked on cable news shows because they say outrageous things and it increases ratings and it gets eyeballs to watch their shitty programs, okay?
Oh my god. No self-awareness. No self-awareness. TYT is the uber shitty program.
And then there are the police and the investigators who are actually dealing with the facts and the situation. So far, there is no indication that these people are part of any type of political organization, any type of group of people who are protesting. So far, nothing to do with Black Lives Matter. Anyone who claims that it does, they're doing it either for attention, for a political agenda, or to smear a group of people who have legitimate concerns about the way policing happens in this country.
Okay, now you're taking the police's word for it. Why didn't you take the police's word for it after Ferguson and the Michael Brown shooting that started this whole Black Lives Matter mess in the first place? Do you not remember the hands up, don't shoot fiasco that you backed, that you promoted? The proven fake narrative. You are ridiculous, TYT.
For some people,
Yeah.
for some sick individuals, when they see a particular type of crime, they think, oh good, I can now attack a group that is in no way implicated in this crime. These are people who not only have no empathy, but go so far as in all their interactions, I mean, we get attacked every day, they mock the very idea of having empathy for people. They don't know this guy's name, they will never find out, they don't care. They will set up no GoFundMes. Tomorrow they will have forgotten about this individual because for them it is about a political objective and not true empathy for a guy who went through something that no one should ever experience.
So remember that, because John is claiming that if you use something like this to further your own agenda, you have no empathy. Now let's take a little trip down memory lane to after the horrendous Dylann Roof murders took place, and let's see exactly how TYT handled that, shall we? Do you think they would have used that in any way, shape or form? A single man committing all these horrendous murders. Do you think they would have tried to tie it to a whole group? No, come on, this is TYT, the moral arbiters of everything good. Here's a few TYT headlines after the Dylann Roof murders. America's racist history whitewashed out of Texas textbooks. Charleston shooting, racism, Don Lemon, and hashtag live tweet my period. Confederate flag updates, Fox News and racism. Disturbing racism behind the Confederate flag. Bill O'Reilly disagrees. KKK rallies to defend Confederate flag. Obamacare, racism, Bill O'Reilly and Dylann Roof. Racists furious over Confederate flag removal. Republicans awash in white supremacist money. Do Southerners think the South is racist? They spent a good solid 2 months beating Republicans over the head and the South for being racists after the Dylann Roof murders.
Tomorrow they will have forgotten about this individual because for them it is about a political objective and not true empathy for a guy who went through something that no one should ever experience.
Now I just wanted to circle back and focus on that last one. Do Southerners think the South is racist? Because straight away you've got an implication in the question that all Southerners are racist.
After the Charleston shooting that killed 9 innocent black people in a Bible study session, some people are questioning whether or not racism still exists in the South. Well, AJ Plus wanted to investigate this question, so they actually went to the South and just spoke to average people. Now, the reporter in this story, her name is Dina Takruri, said that she talked to a very wide variety of people and their answers were very diverse. Now we are going to show you a small snippet of the video. I highly suggest you guys watch the entire video. We have a link in the description box for those of you who would like to.
Ooh, a small snippet from AJ Plus, who you partnered with to get funding, who are financed by the radical Islamic dictatorship of Qatar. The same people, it has been proven in the WikiLeaks, who fund ISIS. Yes, that's right. TYT are funded by the same people who help fund ISIS. Now you actually want us to trust that they released a representative sample. Listen, I don't believe you. I don't believe the mainstream media in the West to truthfully portray anything like this. Why would I trust a news organisation funded by Qatar? Anyway, that aside, you have literally just been beating anyone who is outraged by this kidnap and torture over the head for implying the Black Lives Matter movement might have something to do with the racial tensions that led to this. When you used the Dylann Roof murders and made video after video after video implying the South is all racist. The hypocrisy is mind-boggling. Do they have no self-awareness at all? Look at them both, climbing on their stupid, regressive, moral high horse and speaking down to everybody when they are the biggest fucking hypocrites on YouTube. Dickheads!
Look, people try to say, they just want you to think that Black Lives Matter is a violent organization. That is the only thing they want, is for you to think that. And so when they make that case that Black Lives Matter is violent, what example do they give? They give the same example that they have for a long time, the fry 'em like bacon thing about the cops.
One chant.
People, yeah, the chant. You know when that happened? That happened 18 months ago. not only is Black Lives Matter not a violent organization, that's how goddamn non-violent it is, that even asshole racists who are trying to smear it have to go 18 months back to a couple of people involved in one parade in an organization that has independent chapters in every American city.
And the
That's
amazing-
the best you have? You are admitting there that it is not a violent organization.
Pigs in a blanket, fry like bacon. 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 Pigs in a blanket, fry like bacon.
If you aren't familiar to the term pigs in a blanket, what it's referring to is police officers in body bags.
King Noble, black supremacy. And I want to talk about the shooting of the white deputy sheriff in Houston, Texas. Reminds me of a Bob Marley song, I Shot the Sheriff. Very interesting. To me, what the Houston, Texas brutal execution before the public represents to me is its open season on killing whites and white police officers. So now you got some black militant or some angry black man walks up and executes a cracker cop in broad daylight. This is real. It's open season on killing white people and cops. It's unavoidable. Today we live in a time where the white man will be picked off and there's nothing he can do about it. His day is up. His time is up. We will witness more executions and killing of white people and cops than we ever had before. It's about to go down. It's open season on killing white people and crackers. The Black Lives Matter movement wasn't enough.
Black Lives Matter campaign is a joke that's leading to deadly violence like you've seen here. This is an unacceptable thing to be happening in our America. My message to Black Lives Matter is pretty plain and simple. All lives matter, you racist f***. It's not just that Black Lives Matter, it's all lives matter. Listen to these statistics. Despite making up only 13% of America, blacks commit 52% of homicides. From 2008 to 2013, 35% of all people arrested for murder, manslaughter, rape, robbery, and aggravated assault were black. Whites outnumber blacks up to 5 times here in America, and despite the fact that there are more whites in America than there are blacks, blacks still commit equal or greater violent crimes in America. And here's some information for Black Lives Matter. Whites are twice as likely to get shot by law enforcement than blacks. If black lives really mattered, you wouldn't be targeting police officers for misconduct. You would be targeting black males who are 15 to 34, which are causing way more murders than police killings. Police officers are not the enemy. Black Lives Matter campaign is not a movement. It's a gang of criminals and cowards, which need to be stood up against by law-abiding citizens like you and me. We are going to get armed, get trained, and carry daily, so things like this stop happening in our America.
Look, people try to say, they just want you to think that Black Lives Matter is a violent organization. That is the only thing they want.
TYT, you are an absolute disgrace. Hopefully the media can once again, one day, be a source of information we can trust. When that happens, you will be remembered alongside CNN, MSNBC, The Washington Post, the BBC, and all the others as nothing but a shit stain on journalistic integrity, and be a lesson for exactly how not to broadcast news.